know. I like to be able to see my map, but I also like. I guess I don't really need to see my inventory. It also shows how much gil I have. Oh well, I'll just stick it there. I'm moving the location of my map. Hi, welcome back to Jolty Place. It's just annoying because it's like covering the round map, and I don't know where I'm going if where I'm going is up underneath where, because the camera covers half the map up in the corner. I don't know what way I'm supposed to go unless I'm pull up the big map. Oh, I guess I didn't have to go very far. I thought I was flying somewhere, but it's right here. Jolteon, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Void Sent incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. Unilateral? Maybe it's unilateral. I don't know that word! Unsolicited action. I don't know. Going without permission. We'll just say that. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's probably... I'm spitting all over myself. It's probably unilateral instead of unilateral. I don't know. There's no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only of the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Emotional damage! Okay, sorry. I don't know. My brain's all over the place tonight. Pending a more official name, we refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his void-sent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Void Sent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this cold. A natural thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So, like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphino and Alice with the rapport they have established with the Garlean people. I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. Yay! In the meantime, Urianger, might I ask that you remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? It was either him or Kryle that activated the first time, I think. I don't remember which. Meow. Okay. See, now I can see where I need to go without having to pull the big map up. Alphino and Alice are probably in the train station. That seems to be roughly where I'm heading. I wonder where Honey went. Hey, look, it's the shape of a star. Kind of. Yeah? I don't think this is the way to the... Oh, no, it is. The entrance is over here, though. Oh, right, that's why I didn't have it down there in that corner. Ah! Now I remember why I didn't put it in that corner.
What?
Because that's where my comments pop up. It tells me if there's somebody watching and I can't see it if it goes behind my camera. And anything they type to me, I can't see that either. That's why I didn't have it in the bottom corner. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't putting it there. Now I remember. Dang it! Well, hopefully nobody watches and comments. I know that's kind of a bad thing. At least during my live stream. I haven't had any viewers yet anyway. I had some viewers last night. I don't think I've had any viewers tonight. At least not that I've seen. I am glad to see you, Jolteon. Vitra has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilsebard contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust, again. Poor Zero, she's still trying to figure it out. Well, it seems to me there's not for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then perhaps we can begin working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus, near the Cenaculum Imperialis. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well, but that I will leave to the others. Say, Zero, might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Taper's Den will have their own opinions, Alphino. If I may drag you along? Tertium, we leave to you. You are no stranger to the people here, so it should take little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Okay. Then it's settled. Once you've learned what you can, let's all meet in Forum Soleus, where we have what I hope is a productive discussion. Okay. Yeah, 14's really a bad one to have a camera for. If I put it down below, I can't see my comments. If I stick it in the middle lower, that's where my bar is. The bottom left is where the chat is. The middle left is where the party members go. The top left is where the current main scenario quest, along with any job quests that get unlocked, go. The middle top is where the boss bar goes. The top right is where the minimap is, along with the Eorzean time and stuff. And then the middle right is where all the quests are. I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. No, stop it. The tower is evil. It'll turn us all evil. I don't want to hear it. Leave me alone. Aw, poor kid. Fight. That tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, the locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff, made things appear and disappear, and fly and burn. Can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. It's not sounding very promising. Activate the Tower of Babel? Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. Ow. My finger where my cat got me starting to hurt again. The Tower of Babel? But what's it got to do with Voidsend? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much and more for us Garleans. If you say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. Well, at least one person so far is fine with it. Everybody else I've talked to is like panicking. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions, cut our rations, or worse. No, forget I said anything, please. Yeah, see... The people of Garlemald, they've been tortured, even by their own rulers. They're afraid to do anything that might make somebody upset because they're afraid they'll have their rations taken away. Which is sad that their own rulers would threaten to take their rations away if, heaven forbid, they thought to do something that they felt was right. So the people are either afraid of the tower itself for the magics it produces, or afraid of the rulers to have their rations taken away. Julius is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. Not really. I found one person that was fine with it. Everybody else was either afraid of the tower itself or the people that were taking care of it. Jolty, may I present to you Lords Neas and Matthias, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilsabard contingent. I see Alphino and Alizé have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is the manifestation of Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting enough that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it? Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. But we're not trying to lay claim to it, we just want to borrow it for a minute. Okay. We're just trying to help, man. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alphino and Alizé to meet us there. Lord Matthias, Lord Neas, by your leave, my comrade and I would speak with the residents of Senatus? Though the Ilsabard contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future is sorely lacking in my ignorance. I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. Yay. If it's settled, then you should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. Yay. Where are we going? back to... Meow? This is not train station. This is... What is this? Oh, this is the way into the Tower of Babel. Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero, as do I. Okay. There's my honey boy. Hi, pretty boy. Did you find your food on the bed? Mommy refilled your food bowl. It's not just crumbs anymore. He's such a good boy. He waits until his food bowl's just down to crumbs before he asks for more. Which is, again, where he's more like a dog than a cat, because cats usually sit there and whine if they can see even a smidgen of the bottom of the bowl. Oh my goodness, Mom, I can see the bottom. Look, there's a small little hole there where I ate that crumb, and now I can see the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, you're not like that. You eat almost the whole thing before you ask for more. And then you'll sit there and keep bugging me while I'm trying to sleep, if you eat it all while I'm trying to sleep. Huh. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Mommy, I'm down to nothing but crumbs. I need more food. I need more food. Yeah? Are you my pretty boy? Yeah? Ooh. Are we blinking at Mommy? I like it when you blink at me. Yeah? Sometimes he'll go and lay in the middle of the floor and lay upside down, and he'll just kind of start chattering at me. Yeah? I'll be talking to him, and he'll just start going, meh, 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 meh. Yeah. Yeah. We like to chatter when we're upside down. But we're not upside down right now. We're just kind of standing there listening to Mommy talk. Giving Mommy eyeball kisses. Yeah. He's like closing his eyes slowly at me. He's blinking at me. Okay. Meow. I am streaming. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsebard contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about the Enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Yay! Okay, so this is another train station. So it's a second train station. Hi. Stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsebard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. Okay. ceruleum. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Okay. That is a good question. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been... Well, yeah, your vape makes me cough sometimes when it blows my way. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. Okay. So the... Okay. Good night. Honey, that's my screen you're in the way of. Leave the party. Honey, you're in the way. Yeah, blinky blinky. But you're in the way. I can't read through your butt. Yes, I love you too. Thank you for the eyeball kisses. Come here. Come here. I don't have anything to throw. Well, I guess I could throw something. This is his toy jar. What was that? Sometimes I'll pick his toys up and I'll put them in the jar. If he wants to play, he'll sit up in front of my TV sometimes until I throw something for him. And if I pick the jar up, he knows I'm going to get something out of it for him to play with. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Gollermald. Yay! They don't want to be reliant on us forever. And they trust their leaders to do what's best for them. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? They're reliant on us, but they don't want to be reliant on us forever. Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. Meow? Hi! going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request. This man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons, which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him. They refused to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant, or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well do I understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. I mean, they don't have to destroy the Machina, but they can have the people of Garlemald, like, stand them down while they're transporting. Where do I go to get out of here? There we go. My pretty boy. He's half loafing. His front end has his paws tucked in underneath his chest, while his back end is like flopped sideways. If I'm lucky, the new Moogle event will have the next dragon. I have one of the dragons. I think I'm still missing one of the birds, though. Or did I get all? No, I got all the wolves. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 5 birds, 7 dogs. I think there's 7 birds, so there's 2 I'm missing. Maybe they'll have one of the birds I'm missing. or both. That would be nice. They tend to have multiple horses in the West. So maybe we'll be able to get multiple birds now that they're starting to release the dragons. I think they did have multiple birds. Well, hopefully they still have the birds, even though they're on the dragons. I know they'll still do the wolves, but I don't know if they're going to still have the birds in there or not. Hi. Because I would like to be able to have the birds and not have to worry about waiting for them to drop. I still have to run the dungeons for them. I still need to continue that. I think the birds I need... Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Radzat Han and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsabard contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that would restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzat Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue in this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly recompensated. Radzat Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. He means Zero, and she realizes he means her. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzat Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lords Neas and Mateus. Oh, look at you. Now you're upside down. Are you going to chatter with Mama? Yeah? Yeah? Only when you're upside down. Only when you're upside down. Yeah? Yeah? Mr. Cute Boy? Yeah? You're so cute. I love it when you get chatty with me. He's not like normal Siamese. He's so soft-spoken unless he really wants something. Then he'll let you know. Huh? Yeah? You're just so soft-spoken. Just meh. Yeah? You really wanted that tuna earlier, though. You were voicing super loud for that, huh? Anyway, by all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium? What the heck is hie me? Anyway, he's planning on coming with us. That's all I can gather. Oh well, for at least one episode I can actually see where I'm going. Next episode it'll be back up in that corner. I need to do more POD. He's my pretty boy. I guess we're done being upside down. Now we're gonna lay over in our corner. The only reason why I brought POD up is because this mount is actually from turning in the pot sherds that you get from Palace of the Dead. You can get this mount. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intention to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Radzat-Han, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. Explains what he told everybody else. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor, were a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Aeneas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. I have a feeling they might not. Lord Matthias, wait. It isn't safe out there. Let me guess, he's going to get attacked by those Magitech that he doesn't want to share. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Matthias. Let us leave matters here in Maxima's care, while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Matthias is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. It's strange that I don't see more people out and about in this area. Then again, it is like almost 2 in the morning. Yeah, when do you want to bet he's being attacked by the Magitech? He totally didn't want to shut down. To make it safe for the traders. I mean, he still made it pretty far before he got attacked. Yeah, like I said, he's being attacked by Magitech. Okay, let's bring out our chocobo. I'm alive? Yeah, no thanks to me.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold.
I mean, an oscillating one would spread the air better. That would be more, definitely for summertime. I don't need it blowing at me in the wintertime because I get cold too easily. But in the summertime, it would be nice to have an oscillating fan that would blow the air my way.
Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye. So long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the young man, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrates safely back to Tertium.
Zero's learning a lot.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
Considering what I'm wearing, yeah, just a bit.
So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used, Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Now he's being a bit vocal. Honey. Honey. Oh, are you calling Salem? I don't know that he's outside, honey.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them, too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone. Overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots?
What? What? You sit so weird. You sit so weird. Yeah.
I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again.
She always touches her head every time she's contemplating something.
The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
With a handshake, perhaps? However you want.
Give me your hand.
It looks like they're gonna shake hands anyway.
It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
She is learning. Huh. I'm still not sure he could be considered a friend. Even though he seemed to think of us as a friend. I don't think I could think, you know, he's not somebody I trust. So he could attack you as much as help you. Meow. Thank you. I feel at last as though I've found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and Julius. Or Julius? I don't know. It's Julius. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium? Were they pronouncing it Tertium? Tertium. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce any of these words. I'ma forget next time anyway. We should join them. Oh look, food. I mean, we take food. Not that I can eat it with this specific job, because I won't get the experience. But I can eat it with one of the other jobs. Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you. I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do, and Neas, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. I apologize for the bingo in the background. My husband's deaf, so he has to have it super loud. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another void-sent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of ceruleum. Have to say I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Ahem, my friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. Oh, he turned it down a little bit. He must have heard me. I am pleased to inform you all on the joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Razat Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Razat Han will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect, and it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Razat Han holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Ishtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. Tai. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Yay! She's starting to get it. Kind of. She's getting there. She's still hesitant, but she's getting there. She's coming around. Alright. Hopefully we'll be going to the moon soon. I'm not sure how far away.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
I'm not sure how far away from the end that I am. But if they're mentioning the new section, I can't be too far off. I think the final showdown's coming up.
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
To the moon?
Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azhdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Azhdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping. Will you do this for me?
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Y'shtola's instructions.
You know what we should do? We have her eye here. I mean, it's probably already reabsorbing aether from the area. But if we put more aether into the eye, then when we restore it to her, that aether will be restored to her as well, which will help her in return. So we should pour some ether into her eye. It would greatly assist her, since it's had a lot of its ether absorbed.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care. Zero.
I think he likes
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
Am I just immediately going to the moon? Or do I need to... Okay, where on the moon do I need to go? Sinus Lacrimarium. Okay. That's right, it's the bunnies that are the crafting ones. Not the elephants. The elephants might be gathering. So it was the elephants. What was the other one? I don't know. I'm still not even far enough in crafting to get the Moogles. Yeah, I think I need to get to at least level 50 in crafting in order to get the Moogles. I need to work on my crafting more. Because at 50, it's the Moogles. Stormblood is... I don't know. So there's one beast tribe in each section that requires your crafting to be up. The Ixal, you can be level 1 crafting. The Moogles, you have to be at least level 50. Stormblood. It's not the snakes. Pretty much. I think I already have the snakes. Maybe I don't. Oh, I don't have any of them from Stormblood. I want to say it's the Namazu. The weird little catfish dudes that I think you have to do the crafting for. And then Shadowbringers. I need to find out where to pick up the Stormblood Beast Tribe quests. How have I not done that yet? I didn't know. I have a lot of stuff I need to do. I know in Walker I've already got fairies. I need to work on those. I need to work on all my beast tribes. I'd like to get their mounts. Some of them I got through the Moogle events. Shadowbringers. Yeah, Shadowbringers, I have the pixies. There's at least 3 in Shadowbringers. There's the fairies. There's the birds. What's the other beast tribe? Maybe those doggos? The ones that you use, like, the healing... You talk to them like they're dogs. To heal, sit, stay. I need to find out what the beast tribes are. I know the birds are one of them. That might be the crafter. I don't know. I don't know.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
Okay. Don't stop, we're going now. Sorry. So are we gonna travel to each brand? Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiarc's brands and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling Voidsent. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser Voidsent to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loprit's supporters would be suitable for this purpose. Urianger, Joltion, the two of you have a strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have you meet with Living Way in Bestway's Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you as a Voidsent. My knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to reforging the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray do the same. Good day. This time we summoned our behemoth. Look at the little tiger. Oh, he's cute. There you are. Ishtola has apprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this Voidsent containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can, and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. Okay.
awfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Stand there, engage! 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 Engage!
Oh, that's great.
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement... we just might be able to do it in 2.
Look at his face! Oh my god. That's so cute. They're looking to me. You got this.
This I leave to you.
Oh, it's so dark. Oh, now I have to rally their spirits. Great. Engage, engage. Oh, sorry. I was in the midst of... Forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing. But I'll try to keep moving. Yawn. What a marvelous feeling. There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. I love the buddies. With you cheering me on, I can do not less than my very best. Oh, thank you very, very much. You don't know how uplifting it is to have you encouraging us. I mean, showing us the proper technique so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. I'm gonna have to end it after this. I'll start the next one and then my husband's going to sleep. Not to mention it's almost 3 and that's usually when I go to bed anyway. Everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running again in no time at all. Pray attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved Voidsent slaughter bots to us. Okay. So we got that done. Now what?
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands.
That was fast.
Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Red-sided. The brands are ready, I presume. Excellent. With the Loprats having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin Y'shtola post-haste and pry open our gate unto the void. Okay. So I'll go ahead and go to the location and then I'm gonna have to end the episode. I think this is the exit. I hope this is the exit. Yeah, okay. I do need to finish unlocking all the doggos. I think once I at least run all the things on Extreme, I'll be able to unlock the doggo. Just having them, I guess, doesn't count. I need to finish unlocking those. I know I started. I accidentally ended up running the tiger dungeon doing dailies. We didn't get to see the tiger fight. Okay, so we'll stop here. Oh, my foot. Okay, stay crazy, have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is when you're watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I'm streaming. Check out the website in the description. My buddy Shio did a great job. I'm still trying to find out if he added new designs or not. He went to bed. I tried to message him after the last episode. He hasn't messaged me back yet. But that was just earlier tonight, so he'll probably message me in the morning. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!